Ever since I was young, I felt I needed to blend in and go unnoticed. It felt safer to be that way. As I got older, I continued to use my silence as a security blanket. During undergrad, I felt out of place. I didn't belong. I walked through the halls and sat next to my peers, never feeling like I was one of them. I felt like an imposter, pretending I was good enough to be at that school. Fearing that they would one day realize their mistake of letting me in, I kept quiet. I didn't ask questions, and I never spoke up. I was just trying to make it to graduation. By not allowing myself to be heard, I was unable to become the leader I wanted to be. During my experience with CHL Fellows, I learned how to overcome this imposter syndrome. Through facing my fears, making peace with my failures, and recognizing all that I bring to the table. I learned a lot about myself in this process, things I couldn't get from a textbook. I learned that in order to be an effective leader in public health, I had to have courage. Courage to face my fears in order to make the changes I wanted to see. Fellows was also the greatest support system I had while in grad school. Together we encouraged one another to stay true to who we are, and together we developed as leaders from the inside out. We reflected on the reasons that brought us to public health and reminded ourselves of what lights that fire in our belly. These reflections were crucial during this process, especially when there were times when I felt like grad school had knocked me down. A great leader is someone who can recognize their strengths and acknowledge areas of improvement. I was able to learn these things about myself because Fellows was a safe and supportive space. Through showing our appreciations for one another, I truly felt that we were on this journey together. A great leader is someone who is heard, and Fellows helped me find my voice. By continually assessing my progress, I was able to grow and push myself in new ways. I realized that I was doing a disservice to myself and to the communities I wanted to help by not being heard. A great leader is someone who can build community, and we did that in many ways as a fellow. Within our cohort, we developed strong connections with one another, and through field trips and consulting projects, we built relationships with community organizations. These experiences helped us recognize the value in diverse disciplines, perspectives, and lived experiences. A great leader is someone who inspires. And throughout this 18-month journey, I have been continuously inspired by each and every fellow in my cohort. The people are what make public health so important, and I am confident that the 2016 Fellows cohort will continue to inspire meaningful changes in the world.